Hello everyone and welcome back to High Button Sports here as we get set for another game here, and this will be the Hockey Nova Scotia female U18 team, so the team that's going to be playing in the Canada Games just at the end of February in an exhibition match against the Dal Tigers women's team as we are off to the races, and the puck work down the right side. That sent there, picked up by Giles. Giles plays that back hard in on the boards to the right side. Small there for Dalhousie. Picks it up along the end boards, plays that back to the line. And a whistle on the play here as we are back here to center, ready to go after our first whistle. That puck sent it off the left side, fending off the player and in behind the net now. Julie McDonald tries to work that ahead. Back to the line there, D-to-D pass. Frazier works that over now up the middle. Sent in down the left side. McDonald tries to play that towards center, back to the line. Frazier sends that in, that one's steered away to the right corner. Back to the D there, a nice power move down the side by Bree McPherson. Bree McPherson played that in behind the net in a collision down low. Wrapping around the net there and back to Frazier on the line. Frazier retreats. That sent up the middle and hustled after in the zone, foot race for it. Dalhousie getting to it. Yalawiga played that into the back right corner and now fished out there. Dal looking to work that back the other way. Down the left side, and that's the delayed offside. No, it gets waved off as my refereeing skills up in the booth here a little sketchy, I suppose, as Moreau works that across. Tipped over. Wombolt now sends that in. Save there with the pad. In towards the middle now and sent back the other way. Stopped up by Samantha Taylor. Samantha Taylor helps get that puck out and ricochet in. That catches the skate of Taylor, who was changing, but no whistle there as Dal retreats back. Played that up by Moreau. Moreau hard in on the wall and back down to the opposite end. Dalhousie retrieving now that puck. Worked in behind and now with possession up the left side. That a little shot on as it's sent in, steered aside there by goalie Kaylin Budden, and into the boards there. A tough fall, but it looks okay. Georgia Burrows in net here for the team Nova Scotia. Looks like we got Maggie Baxter on the other end. Puck dropped in there and quickly blown dead as Benedict on the draw. Looks like maybe at the bench there, the second referee saying they need to switch it off there after the icing call. So we're here at the RBC Center, Pad C. Most known for where the Halifax Mooseheads practice, or the big rink at the RBC Center. A couple games on this ice done on the High Button channel before. Nothing like this though, with the team Nova Scotia getting ready for the Canada Games just a few months away. First time this team's actually come together as a whole for these two exhibitions. One game today, one game tomorrow at SMU. And just under 3 minutes to go, and it looks like we had a penalty on that last play, so it'll be a power play here. 30 seconds gone off that. It's a power play for Team Dal, and we await the puck drop as that one's sent in now. Wrapping around the net there. Leopold sends that down for Team NS. Hustled after in the zone. That one ricocheted off the end boards, and Dalhousie playing that up the right side. In towards the middle. Down into the zone there. Small. Small plays that back. Little feed pass to the line towards Bird in the middle. Back over to the left side, looking for a shot. Played over to the right. Big chance for a shot. That one misses on the outside and will wrap around once again and exit the zone now. Power play continues, a minute gone in it so far. That one down the middle, tipped back. Paisley back to Yalwaga. Yalwaga back to Paisley. Paisley sends that in low. It's tipped away before it can reach on net there, and then down the right side they continue. Samantha Taylor doing the job there, clearing that puck out. Deep in the zone now, picked up by Yalwaga. She's had a couple touches here to start the game. Yalwaga over to the left side, picked up with steam now, onside. Whalen down low, she'll get pushed up and along the boards, and a bit of a collision there with Bree McPherson, and a whistle on the plays. McPherson goes down, and here on High Button Sports we don't show injuries, and we'll take off there as the trainer heads out. 11 seconds left on the power play, about 4 minutes into the game. And we're just waiting here for word, so we'll be back in a second, but until then, take a short break. And it looks like she's being helped to her feet, but certainly not under her own power, so we wish her all the best there. It looks like number 6, Bree McPherson, the defense, and just went into the boards awkwardly there. And she gets helped off, and 11 seconds left on the power play here. As we await puck drop continuing, and she'll head over to the bench, and she's staying on the bench, so we'll keep an eye there, but we have to get back to the game here. 11 seconds, still 0-0. Almost 5 minutes into this one as that gets worked off the end boards. Sarah Fraser picks it up, hands that off to Giles. Giles back to the line, kept in by Morneau. As the power play ends and we're back to 5-on-5. Swept on in a hurry and down the left side. Looking to put that on and work back the other way as they push that puck out. Deep down in the Dalhousie end now as the power play officially over, and into the back left corner, trying to play that puck up ahead. Nice pass there through their own end and sent down the right side. That one a little too hot as it gets worked into the boards, and now received there by Fraser. Fraser from the back end, trying to work that puck up. She'll hold on to it. In past center, hard pass over to Hayden Lilly. Hayden Lilly sends that into the corner. Dal trying to play that out. Back to Cameron. Cameron up the left side. Worked in ahead. Touches the stick there. And in behind, Sarah Leopold now. And it looks like that defense will be headed off, so there'll be Team NS short a man, short a woman here for the rest of this game. Sent in on the left side, and that one, a nice little kick save by the goaltender. Into the collision at center, gets back to the line, worked across with a nice pass in. That one steered aside once again. That one finding the glass behind the net. Budden with a big kick save there, probably her best of the game so far in this Just a few minutes in. Up the left side now, played back to the line. Held on to, and in deep, Falk. Putting pressure on, but it gets worked around the right side. Onto the stick now. Hayden Lilly hands that off. And they go up the left side, trying to work it front, steered aside there. Stewart on top of that puck in a hurry. And behind the net now, we'll stick battle for that. With the ringette line. 3-on-2 there for Dal as they try to poke that puck free. Back to the line, held on to, shot that one, tipped in front by the own player. Giles let that one go, tipped by Furlong in behind the net. As Dal tries to work that out down the right side. Little play to the middle there, past the stick and worked up. Pushing that puck forward there, Bree McPherson. And the defense doing a lot here so far for this Team NS team. Really pushing the play and determining where it's going. As Fraser pulls it back around the other way. Back to the line there, Walsh. Walsh up the left side. They battle along the boards there and it gets sent in deep. Little dump and chase strategy going on here for Team NS as they look to build some offense. Hasn't seen too much time in the offensive zone in the first part of this first period. Held on to now, into the right side. Sent forward by Paisley, back to Fraser. Fraser down the right, back to the line, Walsh. Walsh picks up on it. Into the left side, and they go down in a tangle there. Back to the line, Morneau try to play it forward. In behind the net. Wrapped down low, and that'll fall off the end. Boys worked in front, and a nice save there. Down in the butterfly position and ready to go, Budden. Worked in behind the net. Trying to play off it, and that up the right side. Quick bounce back there. It'll fall out. Up the right side here and down into the zone. Pressure down low, and defense there on Team NS doing a good job of stifling any offense once they bring that in low. Haven't necessarily been able to turn that into offense on their own side, but they've been working hard, and that one's sent in and gloved down. Something you got to kind of keep in mind here is this Dal team has obviously been playing together all season long. They've got some games under their belt, 17 games to be exact, so 17 games opposed to the first time a team has been together. In a team sport like hockey, that makes a mega difference. And you're kind of seeing that at the start of this game as Nova Scotia playing strong, but just kind of trying to get their feet under them and see what works and work as a squad, and also down a D-man. That never helps as it gets wrapped around the right side. Back to the line there. I mean, Sarah Fraser's probably logged 6 of the first 9 minutes of this game. Worked in down the left side. Captain sends that ahead. Steered back the other way. In behind the net now. They'll hold. Wrapping back behind and getting pushed up along the boards there by Sydney Bird, but eventually worked out. Falk with it. Falk down the right side. In behind the net now, Fraser, pressure by Falk. Tries to play that back, hits the ref's skate. She'll eventually clear it out, and a little chip up the left side. Trying to get rid of that. Benedict hands that over. Picked up by Callaghan. Down low. Callaghan pitches in to try to pressure. Dal still working a lot in behind the net there, so nothing in front where they'd prefer that puck. And the arm goes up, so it looks like we got another penalty on the play. This will be our second penalty of the game here, called for hooking. And I believe that'll be number 14, Kayla Thompson there on Dal's side. And it'll be the first power play of the game here for Team NS. And by proxy of that, the first power play as a team for Team NS. Just interesting dynamic to this game. It's a bit of a push there off the face-off, but goes uncalled, and in behind we'll see how they're able to set up here on the first power play. Back to the line, held on to. Worked over to Leopold. Leopold back to the middle there for Walsh. Walsh grabs, sent down the right side, off the stick, and past McDonald. Walsh picks up. Collision in along the boards. Walsh has that on her stick, and she'll work that in deep as Leopold will head off. Giles heads on. So Kayla Thompson with the 2-minute hooking call, and that one sent back down the opposite way. Chased after and retrieved by Giles. Giles, puck turned over to Bishop there on the left side. Bishop retreats back and sends it over. A minute gone on this power play. 8:59 left to go in the first period, and a good pace to this game. Worked over to the right side and falling back in the zone, Giles once again. 55 seconds left on the power play. Giles, headman pass up the left side. Just pulling it on McKinnon. Tried to play that off, but it gets stopped up. Now worked over to Frazier as the second power play unit looks to come out. Down low in the zone. McKinnon plays it back to the line. Picked up by Frazier. Frazier to the half wall. Back to his mill. Tried to get it. Frazier's going to have to pinch down. She'll pull that back to the line. Frazier hands that off to McKinnon. McKinnon circling. Cutting out in front down the left side. Picked up by Lily. Lily back to Leopold. Leopold to Frazier. Frazier down low. McKinnon forced over to the left side, and the first good opportunity of the game there for Team NS goes off the stick of Lily in a hurry and just misses the mark. It would have been interesting to see if that save would have been had to been made, because it would have been a close one, but it stopped up. And now in behind the net, now Leopold circling. Into the skates there of her teammate, and it gets flipped back the other way, a one-on-one, and the end of the power play officially as Dowell works that in. So the first power play for Team NS stopped. One good opportunity, one grade A chance, I like to call them. You know, you got the grade A, the grade B, the 5 alarm, just the hockey jargon picked up from over the years, but a good way to determine how solid a shot is. That one sent in. We'll call that one a B- shot as falls in behind. And they'll look to skate that puck out. Stopped on the line there by Giles. Giles back to Walsh. Walsh now up the left side. She'll gain the red line and send that in for an icing. Step by goaltender Baxter. Back to the line now. Big slap shot in low. That one misses on the left side by Walsh. Sent down low to Giles. Giles fights to keep that in along the boards as we try to get an angle here. That back to the line and sent in. Attempt to send in by Furlong, but it gets worked in through center and chipped up out of the zone. There's 6:32 left to go in the first. Not too many whistles out there yet, as that's worked over to the left side, turned over down the middle and hustled after. Circling back there, and a nice hard shot there for Team NS as they get their second good shot of the game. That looked like Sam Morrison there in front. Big pad save. Trying to send that ahead, misses Thompson and hustled back to by Frazier. Frazier picks up, she'll circle back. Look for the headman pass, nice on the stick there down the middle. Sam Morrison turns that one over, and the offside call. And we'll head to the dot here, closest to us, with 5:58 left to go in the first. Oh, no, they'll head over to the other side, okay. 6:05 left to go. Or 6:05 Atlantic Standard Time. Looked at the wrong clock there. That's just the time it is outside, and I mean, it could have been 9 p.m. for all I know how dark it gets these days. Work down the right side, trying to play that ahead. Stopped up, just kept in on the line by Leopold. Leopold tries to turn around and get it, but it'll be hustled down the left side and turned over for the forward Lily. Lily coming back to help her D, and that up the left side, back to the blue line. Chipped up ahead, and a collision there between two Dal players, but stopped up and back to the line now. Grabbed, pushed down the right side, and the icing waved off there is Dal will pick up that puck in towards the middle. Down the left side now. Chipped away. McKinnon keeping that puck in. Back to the line trying to keep it and poked by, but Giles and Fraser have been real good on D here in this first period. As the last line of defense. I mean, many points to the aspect of playing defense, but I think the most important is you got to be reliable as that last person back, and they've done a good job of not letting any pucks get by them, really, as it's set down the right side. Onside, and a little toe drag there, worked over. Maggie Duck now with it. Duck tries to play it back. Wrapped around the net there. Chased after on the stick. Ellie McLean helping out there as it gets back to Leopold. Leopold working up the right side and just sent on deep. 4:11 left to go in the first. Puck circling back, has someone in front and they couldn't find her. Samantha Taylor wide open. Would have been a great look, just didn't see it. Heads down the other way there. Paisley for Dal, putting the pressure on Leopold. Leopold turns around, plays that over to Taylor. Taylor up the middle now. Handed that off to Callaghan. Callaghan sends it in for the dump and chase. A little dump and chase strategy to start out the games here for Team NS. Worked in behind and into the end boards. That one's sent out in front. Ricochets off a stick. In behind the net. Look for a lane, turned over in the middle, shot in, and a big save there on Julia McDonald. As another good stop on Team Nova Scotia, and after a little slow to start, playing a lot of defensive zone action, they've got 3 good opportunities in a row. None found the back of the net yet. Quick shot there and sent it behind. Just some hard-nosed hockey being played here to start, as the goalie's facing some rubber, but for the most part, it's been just neutral zone play, or well, not as much neutral zone as just good defending and the offensive zone. So just back and forth sort of down the right side, played back to the line, but no luck as Rachel Walsh was finishing a change there. So the last D back, not able to stop that puck, and we'll head to the side, the neutral zone. 2:42 left to go in the first. Shots 4-6 for Team Nova Scotia, but at least 3 of those shots by Team Nova Scotia have been good ones, like I mentioned. So keep creating like that. That one tipped off a stick and down low. Yelwega tries to play it ahead over to the ringette line. In behind there, just on the stick, and stopped up and whistled down as offside for Team Nova Scotia. My name is Jeff Warburton, proud to be bringing you this game here today. The first game for Team Nova Scotia. My pleasure and my honor. Grew up here in Nova Scotia, just over in Bedford, so my pleasure to bring some Team Nova Scotia hockey. As that one circled back on and worked up the left side. Quick little tip through the middle now. Shot in, and that one catches the crossbar. It looked like it was either crossbar or helmet, but if it was helmet, I think she would have been shaking that one off right now, and she looks no worse for wear. They're in net, Maggie Baxter, so I'm going to go with crossbar, and a good opportunity there once again. As Nova Scotia really finding a rhythm now. Into the left side. Back to the line. That puck picked up. Looking for the shot there. Shear tried to get it off. Back to the line, slapped in. That one hits a stick immediately by Leopold and sent down low. Circling back in the zone now. Over to the left side. Back to Leopold. Leopold looks for the pass. Finds Maggie Duck. Duck pushes it by, plays that puck in low, tries to play it in front, gets tipped away just before it can reach Pomeroy. That one's sent in by Duck, and it misses on the left side. Wrapping around and back down low by Giles. Plenty of young women around the rink here with their hockey jerseys on, their Timbit jerseys, so Great to see that grow in the female game of hockey and the support that's come out for this Team Nova Scotia exhibition matchup. See what potentially, if you work hard enough, this could be you one day representing your province, as that one touches a skate. And the last minute to go play in the first period here, and it's blown dead. 1 minute left to go, right on the nose. Played into the right side and getting tied up a little bit. Back to the line, Walsh. Walsh plays that over. Misses the stick of McLean there, and we'll try to play it. Small plays that ahead. Down the left side, trying to steer that ahead is Dalhousie in the offensive zone here. 40 seconds to go in the period. Back to the line. Circled in, down right. Played to the middle, big shot in, and a save as traffic in front, and a good opportunity there for an open shot for Dalhousie, and it's steered aside as they look to get the offense back rolling here. They had a hot start to the game, but haven't had a shot here in a few minutes. Shots now 5-7 officially. You can see up on the board there. Worked over to the right side, picked up by Leopold. Leopold tried to play that up ahead, and it's fought for hard in the corner there. 2-on-2. Who's going to come up with it? Worked up ahead, and it'll be a foot race for it. Morrison hard down the middle. Morrison on the break. Makes a move. A big kick save there. Go for the rebound. That's high in the zone, and it goes over the net. Morrison with a great opportunity here at the end of the first period to try to put the first one on the board. It was kicked over by the right pad. Went back to the stick. They tried to chip that above, and it landed above the net, and it could have fallen back behind the goaltender easily, but stays out. And just a burst of speed down the middle there. That one swept on, and try to go for a bit of an Ovechkin move there on her back there is Morrison. Sam Morrison trying to put in some offense here, as it'll be the end of the first period here. And it looks like we'll have a nice clear, so the Zamboni will come out, and that'll be the end of the first period. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes here for the second. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for tuning in to High Button Sports. All right, and we are back here for the second period of this 0-0 game here at the RBC Center. With just a minute left in the break, and some good hockey there in the first period. No goals scored. Best chance coming at the very end on a breakaway. We're back here for puck drop. And we're off to the races here. Off the left side, that puck worked back. Giles chases. Giles plays that in around the boards at the hard clear that gets all the way over to Brooke Williams there on the boards, but it's sent back down low. Giles once again, backhanded. Rachel Walsh. Walsh turns it over to the middle. Trying for the pass out front. That one misses the stick, and back to Hayden Lilly. Worked forward. Stopped up there on the blue line. And Giles down the left side. That one's sent into the bench. And looks like they're still missing that defense there for Hockey Nova Scotia, so not great there. Is 5 defense for them for the rest of the game, it's going to look like. Off the face-off. Try to push that puck forward. Stepped up and down the left side. Chased after in the zone, picked up by McLean. McLean looking for an outlet pass. Sends that over and right back in the zone there. In behind the net. Bishop tries to play that out. They get it back to the line. Big wind-up shot there, and a save by Georgia Burrows. Georgia spelling her name J-O-R-J-A. I don't know if I've seen that one before, but I kind of like it. Bit of a couple J's thrown in instead of the typical spelling, but Burrows has been solid back there in net, and I'm going to steer that one back. Swept on. Still on it. Worked in behind the net now. Grabbed by Leopold, or by Whalen, my mistake. Leopold's number 4 on Nova Scotia. That's Dalhousie as Bird sends it in, and that one catches some skates. Down the right side, and a bit of a hit in there, and I don't know if that one's allowed as the arm goes up into the box. Looks like it'll be a third power play call to the game, the second one for Team Nova Scotia, and they'll get a look here once again. First one didn't result in too much, just trying to get their feet under them, and we'll see if this one can result in anything more. Rachel Walsh back to the line. Walsh plays that in the middle. Giles down low. Back to Giles. Giles shoots in. That one just misses the right post. Back to Walsh. Walsh plays it in. Past Giles' stick. To the wall, though. Picked up by Lilly. Lilly back to the line there. Walsh. Back to Giles. Giles shoots. That one into the chest. Worked in and scores! The rebound falls down and through the 5-hole. There's a power play marker there for Team Nova Scotia. And the flag goes up, being waved. Good little shot there. As the rebound falls down in the back of the net. It's kind of hard to see who finished that one off. We might have to listen to see who gave the go-ahead there and who put that one home, but it'll be 1-0 at the start of the second period. Less than 2 minutes into this one. As we head to center ice, Sarah Callaghan back to the line there, picked up by Leopold. Leopold tries to chip that up ahead. It works into the left corner. Back to the line to Fraser. Fraser hands that off to Furlong. Furlong sends that down low. That one to Maggie Baxter. The goaltender Baxter tries to play that one ahead, and it gets worked into the wall. Furlong plays that in behind once again. Katie Cameron trying to keep that away from Furlong. They work it up the right side. Chopped up by Leopold and sent back in. And it looks like Jessica McKinnon with the goal. McKinnon finished it off, and she'll get the first marker. It is pushed into the back of the net there. Kate Furlong sent down for Walsh. Walsh picks up. Walsh circling in the zone, hands that off to the left side. Played forward. Shear. Try to work that into the middle. Duck now, big chance for a shot, and she holds on with the double clutch. Worked back down the right side now. Into the end boards. Grabbed by Walsh. Dalhousie fishes that puck out, back to the line. Held onto and down the right side, jumping off the stick there. In towards the middle, and puck left off. That one almost turned over, but bailed out by number 18, Yelwaga. Yelwaga's made a couple plays on D here in the first half of this game. Back to the line, and sent back in there by Eustace. Worked out on a bit of a push there into the wall for Ellie McLean. Back to the line, Bird. Bird hands that off to the left side. Paisley then walks in. Paisley shoots, steered aside, rebound, and that one gloved down on a good opportunity for Dalhousie to try to tie this game up. 16:22 left in the second. Shots 8-10 for Dalhousie. Score 1-0 for Nova Scotia. This Dal team coming off a big win after being down and losing 5 in a row. Came back with a win in their last game against Moncton, and before that 5 they had a win against UNB, but a bit of a losing streak finally snapped, so that one's sent in, misses on the right side. Even though it is exhibition, it'd be a big win for these girls and a big morale boost as that gets back to the line. Morneau hands that off to the right side. Little stutter step sent in. That one tipped wide on the right side, looking for the rebound, and it looked good. Puck still loose in front, gets back. Stopped in on the line there. Morneau sends it down low. Trying to chip up ahead. Foot by on the right side. Picking up speed. Stop up play there by Morrison. Morrison proven to have some jets on those legs as she got the first breakaway and she just cut down the right side pretty cleanly. Create this offensive zone possession, but it'll come back the other way. Assistant captain here, Whalen. Whalen stop up. Into the right side. McKinnon. McKinnon skates. Waiting for the onside. Just makes it onside there. Play down low. In behind the net, trying to play that up the right side. Onto the stick there, Leopold. Leopold sends it in cleanly. 5 minutes already gone here in the second period. Haven't had too many whistles as they roll right along in this game. Back to the line, Leopold chops at it. Worked over to the left side. Back down low, McKinnon. And behind the net, Lily tries to play that up. She'll get pushed into the boards hard there. Katie Cameron playing the body a little bit. That's all right for her though, as no call on the play, and it gets back to Walsh here at the other end. Walsh picks up and rims that around the boards there. Over to Giles. Played to the middle. Worked over to the right side, passed in front, and that one just tipped away, and a good play by Walsh, as I believe that one kicked off her skate and stayed out. Hustled down now by Walsh, chipped inside the zone. Yelwaga a little behind the back pass. That one turned over to Callaghan and back the other way. Benedict played that up ahead. In towards the middle, trying to find the pass. Back to Callaghan. Up the left side. Just on. Katie Furlong hands that back to Callaghan. Worked out in front. That one bouncing around. It'll be covered up by the goaltender here. And if you haven't done so, please check out our social media here at High Button Sports. I'm assuming this might be some of the first time you guys have listened, and my name is Jeff Warburton, and I run the streaming aspect of High Button Sports, but we got a lot more. We got a podcast with over 440 episodes. That one sent in, steered into the glass, or into the mesh. We've got a podcast with over 400 episodes, some mic'd up videos. We got all sorts of stuff, some World Junior coverage. Nathan McKinnon came on the podcast this last summer. If you want to check out that interview, the first interview since he was actually named Stanley Cup champion. Came on, talked about it for an hour, so if you want to check that out, you can. Eustace tries to play that big chance out in front for Dalhousie. It gets steered aside. And it would be greatly appreciated. And if you're into the streaming and you like what you see, you can email us at thehighbutton@gmail.com, and this could be your game being streamed. It's there. Fraser breaks down, shot, just misses on the left side. Good opportunity there. Back to the line, sent back in around the end boards. 7 minutes gone here in the second period. Stopped up play there. Duffy tries to send that back. She'll rip it around. Stopped up by Morneau. Worked back to Duffy. Duffy looking for that outlet pass. Nice job receiving that one. And set down the middle for the breakaway and just tipped wide by McLean. McLean stopped a potential breakaway there. Is Morrison now with it. Morrison turning on the Jets. Morrison just onside. Looking for the shot. That one rebounded. Sent over to the right. Morrison chops down, but comes out and flicked out in the middle. Turned over. Big chance for a shot. That one can't go, and it almost squeaks in on the right side anyway. Julia McDonald on her puck, on the stick in a hurry, somehow stays out. Back to the line, Walsh. Walsh hands that off over to the left side. Sent in low. That one tipped back. McLean. Now into the skates there, Paisley. Paisley gains center, tries to work that back, turned over back to McLean. McLean tries to work it, Paisley offside, and that'll catch her skates and whistled down with 12:09 left to go here in the second period. Shots 12-10 now for Team Nova Scotia as they've, for the first time pretty much all game, have passed Dalhousie in shots. Worked in through the middle, back to the line now. Sarah Fraser plays that up ahead. Right on the stick there. But circling back is McKinnon. McKinnon hands that off to the left side. It gets ricocheted to the middle, and now down the right, stop up Sydney Bird. And back into the bench there. Just under 12 minutes to play here, and we approach halfway through this game. That one back by Dal. Back to the blue line, flicked in down the right side, bounces off a stick past Giles. Tried to play him behind. Fraser picks up. Fraser, nice hard pass to the middle there. McKinnon now on. McKinnon onside, working down the right. Tried to steer that in front, it gets worked around. Into the boards now. Pass back to the line. Leopold down the left side, shot in. That one catches the chest protector of the goaltender. Back to Leopold. Takes a funny bounce off the boards there. Into the right side, sent in, and that one almost catches the Team Nova Scotia bench coach. One nothing the score here, and been a good game of hockey so far as we're just about at halfway through. Callaghan on it. Puck gets chipped around in the zone there. Back to the line, held on to by McLean. McLean sends that in, into the skates. Down to Benedict. Benedict held up along the boards and worked him behind. Now over to Mackenzie Drake. Mackenzie Drake sent that back where it came from. Dropping down in the zone there. Morneau playing hard and manages to get it back, but it hits the line and sent back in. That one steered aside. McLean had the shot on there. Saved by Baxter. Drop pass there, and Nova Scotia putting in work in the offensive zone here, but can't really get cleared up front. You kind of see a little bunch up of Dalhousie players. As soon as that puck starts to go to the center, you got 4 players in front of the Dal goalie and just stop any shots from the slot, really. Sent in low, chased after hard under the boards there. Giles and Leopold helping out, and Giles shoots that one down the right side, and they're able to clear it out. Maggie Duck brings it in. Over to the right side, sent in on net and whistled down here as we have officially passed halfway through this game. Shots 14-10 for Team Nova Scotia. Here at the RBC Centre, Pad C, the first exhibition game for Team NS as they prepare for a February Canada Games, and a first look here, a high button exclusive. First look at this Team Nova Scotia team as that one gets kind of kicked out in front off a skate and covered up quickly by Maggie Baxter. Get a forward change here for Team NS. To the line, Sam Morrison on it. Morrison wins that over to the right side. Brooke Thompson tries to play that ahead, but it gets by her. Now it'll be a foot race back the other way. Paisley getting cut off by Fraser. Leopold circling back. Leopold up the back end, and she'll cut it up down the left side. Gets caught up on the lines. Woman, and just onside there. McDonald selects to shoot, rebound in front, try to get on it, and that one stopped up, and the net gets knocked off. And I don't know if that one would have counted anyway, as the goaltender was taken out in front there. 1-0 remains the score, and we have another whistle here. First period didn't see too many whistles, but it's kind of come back a little bit here. We've seen a couple since, as that one to the line and sent in down the right side by Walsh. Walsh now pinching in the zone, coming back to the middle. Stopped up and just past the blue line. Bishop working it forward. Bishop stopping. Working towards the front of the net and back down, hustled after in the zone there by Yelwaga. Yelwaga sends the pass up to Whelan. Whelan just picks it up. Whelan now cutting through the zone. She'll get lots of pressure there. Fraser. And it just seems like there's nowhere to go here for these Dalhousie women. Down the right side now, picking up speed. Big chance for a shot. That one in low, and a nice save as a shot off the right wall there is good speed by Jessica McKinnon, and had some net to shoot at. Couldn't find the back of it, but that was probably the best opportunity we've seen in a couple minutes, definitely for Team Nova Scotia. Lombolt now pokes at that, works it down low. Duffy trying to push that back. Lombolt works that in, and it's turned back the other way. Stopped up by Brooke Williams now. Back to the line, sent in by Fraser. That one steered aside. Back to Duffy. Duffy behind the net. She'll circle back to Lombolt. Lombolt on the left wall. She'll get pressure down low. There'll be a 2-on-2. Weist with her. Lombolt circling back. Lombolt passing behind the net there. Up the right side now, onto the stick of Falk. Falk back. Lombolt hands that off, sent in. That one catches the shoulder of Leopold and into the mesh and whistled dead. 7:46 left to go in the second period here. It's a pretty good, impressive barn here. The stands are as full as I've seen these RBC stands before. Showing up, and Benedict will be on the draw. One back by Benedict, over to the left side, over to Cameron. Cameron hands that off to the right side. That one trickles off the stick of Nordic. Deep in the zone there. Kayla Thompson fighting for it. Into the middle now. Furlong trying to chip that up above. Back on. Leopold grabs. Leopold worked over to the middle. That one stopped up. Onside. Thompson cutting out in front now, looking for the shot. Drake steered aside on the left edge. Benedict goes into the boards, but she looks to be okay, and now they'll advance that puck forward. Callaghan onside, drop back, sent in for a shot, and that one easily gloved down with 7:01 to go in the second period. And 7:01 left in the second period here, and the game continues on. It's been a real solid game. I'm very impressed with how they're playing out there with barely any scoring chances. And as someone who does all sorts of hockey around Nova Scotia and surrounding areas, New Brunswick and such, you rarely see a game like this where there's shots are 16-11 with just a few scoring chances, and I think that's a credit to the defense here. I've been really impressed with them as Duck tried to get a stick on it. Worked in down the left side. Small brings that onside. Small tried to play up front, big chance for a shot there, and a kick save. And she had her spot picked on the rush. Georgia Burrows gets on it. Cutting down the middle now, Rachel Walsh with it. Rachel Walsh into the offensive end. Bird shakes her off, and that'll bounce in front, and that boards right where the Zamboni comes out and has given a couple funny bounces already. 6 minutes left to go in the period. Back to the line. Held on to by Leopold. Leopold chips that down. Small gets a stick on it. Worked back to the line. Eustace extends that back. Leopold grabs. Leopold worked over to Fraser. Fraser up the middle. Onto the stick there, Morrison. Morrison down the right side. She'll try a toe drag to the middle. Stopped right in her tracks. Flicked back the other way, and Dalhousie will try to bring it back. It'll be a 3-on-2 potentially. Whelan tries to get it ahead. Fraser reaches out and thwarts that stop. Then worked in front and just misses on the left side. Sarah Fraser up now. Catches a stick, and I feel like I've been seeing Sarah Fraser's name a lot here in this game. Back to the line there for Morrison. Morrison hands off to Thompson. Thompson doing some toe drags and elects to just send that in with 5 minutes to go in the second period. Hustled after in the corner there by McKinnon. McKinnon gets pushed up against the wall, and they try to work that out. Good pace to this game now. We haven't had a whistle in a few minutes. Worked out in front. McKinnon tries to center. Steered aside once again. Morneau now on it. McKinnon and Morneau going at it. In behind the net. Brooke Williams shouldn't put pressure on, but she'll get knocked off the puck. In behind the net now. Katie Cameron stopping it for Dal, and it'll be blown dead now on the corner here with 4:41 to go. First period had a real good pace. The start of the second period was a little slower, and the past 6 or 7 minutes here in the second period have been picking up the pace once again. 1-0 to score here as we approach the end of the second. Back to the line, grabbed by Walsh. Walsh circles to the middle, hands that off to the right side. That'll bounce around off a couple sticks. Benedict now in the back right corner, getting pressured. Trying to work that back to the line. Held on to. Drake sends it across. Can't quite connect. Worked into the zone there. Turnover Lily created. Sent into the back right corner and worked the other way. Cameron getting caught up. Benedict now in behind the net. Hands that off. Worked up to Drake. Drake has that bounce off her stick. Over to Thompson now. Thompson gets stick lifted, and that gives a lane there for Samantha Taylor to come in, but it'll come back to Callaghan. Callaghan with it now. Down the middle. Stopped up. Thrown up in the zone there by Thompson, and hand pass. They're going to blow that dead for her. 3:47 left to go here. As we are in the neutral zone. 16-13 the shots. So they've slowly been ticking up, but it's certainly no shooting gallery. Into the left side. Trying to get that one across. It's stopped up and along the boards. Bird works that back. I'm sure Dalhousie would like to get a few more chances here, as they haven't played a ton in the offensive zone here as of late. Kind of hard to produce just off the rush, especially when you got Sarah Fraser back there just thwarting any attempts for cross creases and such, as that one's sent back in. On the line now, pushed out of the zone, and it'll come back, and Eustace hands that off to the right side. In the zone now. Hustled after and wrapped around the boards. Back to Bird. Paisley sent in. Off the end wall there. Leopold tried to play it. Turns that puck over. Dalhousie now trying to work out in front. It'll bounce off a stick and fall outside the zone now. Circled back on. And cutting out. Onside. Dalhousie works it down the left side. Duffy shoots. That one in through the middle, swept on and into the back left corner. Pomeroy tries to get on it. In behind now, Leopold leaves that puck for Fraser. Up the right side and down. Picked up and worked back out the other way, and that'll go for an icing. Haven't seen too many icings so far this game. 2:22 left to play here in the second period. 1-0 to score off a goal early in this game in the second period. My mistake, it was 0-0 after one, and Quick one there at the start of the second period. It's the only one we've seen so far. Hockey Nova Scotia, first time playing together as a squad, looking to get more comfortable as the minutes tick away. Duffy circling back on that. Duffy goes hard to the boards. That puck gets worked loose by Bishop. Into the back left corner, into the middle, and that one turned over back to Duffy. Duffy exits the zone now. Just onside, sent back to the line. Stopped up by McLean. Handed off to Leopold. My mistake, Morrison working that forward. Saw the forward but didn't see the one in front of it. That one, big kick save, and a nice one in front as good heads up as that one looked like it could have been in the back of the net easily as the net gets knocked off for the third time here. And if I didn't know any better, I'd say we're at BMO Center where that rink is known for the puck, or the nets being knocked off. A little better this year, but last year did many games there. It was about 4 times a game. But I haven't noticed it as much this year, so maybe I'll stop picking on them for that. Great rink, grew up playing there. Down the right side, trying to shoot that in. Good job hugging the post there by Baxter. Back to the line, sent in. That one catches a pair of pants in front and flicked back out the other way. Sent back down the middle, hustled after Rachel Walsh. Rachel Walsh tried to clear that out, kept in the zone there. Down the left side, spun out in front and knocked away in behind. Falk tried to put that one on net, but it was stopped up. 1:15 left to go in the second period. Getting ready for the face-off here. In the offensive end for Dal. Got to try to set up here. Leopold with it. Sends that up down the right side, and it'll come out of the zone. Brooke Williams now with it. Brooke Williams sends that towards the middle. That one tipped high and must have caught some mesh as they get a whistle on it with 1:02 left to go in the second period, and face-off will be just outside the zone by the looks of it, so I guess they're going to say that was Team NS's fault. On the draw, that one back. Sarah Fraser on it. She'll get tied up by Thompson. Leaves just enough time for McKinnon to pull in. McKinnon grabs. Skating down the right side, she'll pull back. Cutting towards the middle, hand that off to the left side. Fraser shoots that in low. It gets into a couple skates there in the middle. I'm not even going to guess who skate that hit, but it was someone's. And sent back down, 39 seconds, and it catches some mesh. So, let's see if I know where this next face-off's going to be. Right here on this dot. Did I get it? No, I didn't. So, I'll stick to the commentating and let the lineswomen do their job down there. Guess I haven't caught on to that as well as I thought I had after 100+ games commentated. But I'm sure I'll get there. Back to the line, Bird. Bird works that over. Yelwega grabs it in the neutral zone. She'll do a little chip pass up there down the right side. Back to Fraser. Fraser working that out. Hands that off to the middle. Skated after, onside. Sent in. That one covered up with 18 seconds to go. And I'm going to take another guess here. Left of the goalie. All right, I might have cheated on that one a little bit. As Dalhousie keeps their 5 out there, and we get a change on forwards here for Team NS with 16 seconds left to go. Yelwega, she'll go into the boards, tied up along there. 10 seconds to go here in the second period. Shot 17-13, Team Nova Scotia. Puck in behind the net there. Worked into the left side. Looking for the lane. Catches Thompson, but that'll be it for the second period. So it'll be 1-0 at the end of 2. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the third period. We'll have the Zamboni do their thing, and we'll be back for that third and final period. Don't go All right, everyone, and welcome back as we get set for our third and final period. 20-minute frame. We're ready to go here, and the puck won back to the right side and sent on in. Back to the line there. Nordrick plays that over, and a quick one off the wall. That one's a small skate. We got a fresh sheet ice out there, a fresh 20 minutes. And we'll see who comes away with the victory here in this exhibition match. Worked over to Small. Small has that knocked off her stick. Brooke Thompson playing it forward and falling back in the zone there into the back right corner and looking for a wraparound. Giles trying to cut off. Just keeps it in the zone. Giles shoots it in high. That one bouncing around. It'll be right into the glove there of Maggie Baxter. We're off to the races here. 18-13 the shots for Team NS. It was a bit of a slower start, but since then they have been locked in and have been controlling majority of this game. Hayden Lilly forced to come in. That back to the line. Grabbed by McLean. McLean sends in. That one steered aside into the right corner. Picked up by Brooke Williams. In behind the net now. Batting around that puck. Coming out the other side, poked at. In behind number 19, Brooke Williams. She'll hand that off to the wall. Yalwaga in through center. That one knocked away. In low, Leopold gives that puck up and then trying to work back the other way. Down in the corner there, and falling down's Burden. It was almost a brief 5-on-3 as Whalen was down in the corner and Diva fell down, but not to be as West works that forward. Wiest worked over to Giles. Giles now down the left side. Giles looking for space and time in the middle. Finds a little bit of room but can't catch up to that puck she was pushing forward before the two Dal defenders got there. Now off the stick, trying to play that in front. Puck's loose, no one's battling for it, and now it finds in behind. Stick lift there quickly by Samantha Taylor. Back in behind now and pushed up against the wall. That'll come back to Rachel Walsh. Walsh backhanded on. Flipped out to the middle. Wombolt now with it. Wombolt sending a nice pass up the middle to Falk, but she'll pull back in. Maybe she should have just tried to get that in stride, beat the D, because that one steered back to Walsh. Turned over in front. Back to the line. Held onto. Sent in. Left corner there. Back to the middle. Sent in low, that one steered aside and almost tipped home. Good opportunity there. Into the corner, then played out by Moreau. And down for icing with 17:27 left to go in the third. Christmas break well underway here. It is December 29th. It's been a good Christmas break here at High Button. We've been working away, preparing for the next few months as the High Button busy season, we like to call it, with provincials and tournaments and Atlantics and everything in between coming up. As that gets worked into the right side, steered away, and a good save tracking that one. Back to the line and sent back in. Nova Scotia grabs that again. Rachel Walsh works that around. Kate Furlong picks it up. Furlong played to the middle, on and off the stick, and kept onside now. Down the left. Ava Shear. Ava pushing that puck in behind. In towards the middle, stopped up and worked back in. Sent around the boards there, caught up to. Little time and space in the middle, shot in, and that one just high into the glove here. 16:48 left to go in the third period. Their third and final frame. Duck on the draw. Duck wins that back. In between the legs of McLean there. Sent in around. Hard on the boards and poked at. Duck goes in. Trying to help turn that puck over. It'll be Yalaga with it though, as she'll circle back in the zone onto the stick. Paisley tries to catch up to it, but ends up falling back out of the zone. In behind the net now. Yelwega hands up the left side, and that one dumped in. Eustace now trying to play it front, swept on. Paisley there for the rebound, but it gets steered back into the opposite corner, so a little bit of a lucky bounce there. Eustace now circling back. She'll find some time and space. The fishbowl on. I think the only fishbowl we got out there tonight. Back right corner, back to the line. Bird picks up on it. Bird cutting towards the middle. She'll shoot that in. Tipped high in. Good save in net there, as that one took a couple funny bounces to the net, but Georgia Burrows up to the task. 15:46 left to go in the third. Shots 19-17. Bishop on the jaw, that one worked towards the net. Sarah Frazier picks it up, sends that towards the middle. Works back the other way, trying to keep that offside. Moreau does enough to tie it up, but it's worked over. Back into the zone now, back left corner. Going hard for it, it'll fall out now and chased after and go for an icing, and we'll head back the other way. 1-0 to score here off an early second period marker for Team Nova Scotia. As we continue on in this one, 15 minutes to go in the third. Down the left side, picked up and circled back on. Reagan Duffy trying to play that one. Gets a bit of a hook in there, no call on the play as they play that forward. Stick handled out down the right, back to the line. Received nicely and then tipped up down the right side. Coming back to the middle. Handed off. Cutting towards the middle once again. And Duffy taking the long way around. She'll bring that puck in herself. Duffy with it down the left side. In on the boards. Stop up, try to play in behind. Wombat steps up and shoots that one just wide. Chases that puck into the corner. Back down low, look for the pass out, gets to Cameron. Cameron circles back, heads that off, and now into the middle. Weiss trying to center it in front. Quick little turnaround play there that kicks off a skate now, and Team Nova Scotia holding them to the outside still. That was sustained pressure by Dal, but none in the back of the net as they send that up the left side on a skate and in the zone. Onside just by a hair. Wombolt with it. Wombolt circling back behind her. The offensive net, back to the line. Hand it over. Nojic shoots that in. That one steered into the right corner. Weiss now with it. They get tied up in the corner there, plucked out, and worked around the right side. Samantha Taylor, back to the line now. Down low, Dalhousie looking to set up some more, and she'll get tripped up, and the arm goes up, no doubt about it. And if you're not going to be able to score, the offensive zone pressure is good for another thing, and that's trying to draw some penalty, get those girls tired out there, and that's what they just did there, and it'll be a power play now for Dalhousie as they look to tie up this game. Back to the line. Worked over to Yelwega. Yelwega stepping down the right, worked to front, big shot, that one tipped over as Paisley didn't get all of it. And the puck's wrapped in behind. Up the backside, over to Paisley. Exiting the zone now, flipped in ahead, and it could be a rush the other way. Hustling down, lots of saves, shot, score! Pulls out the back, it looked like it was slipping through. Going 5-hole, Morrison just stopped on the line. I got a little excited up here in the booth, thinking we might see a shorty, but just kicked out, and that one you could see was close as it trickled in behind. And Dalhousie now trying to work it back the other way. Handing that puck off to Paisley. Drop back to Small. Small hands that puck. Yelwega worked over. Left that puck to be retrieved. Moreau hands it off. 50 seconds left in the power play. Entering the zone now. Onside. Cutting in down the right. Looking to hand back. Gets to Moreau, and that'll fall off the stick as the pass is a little wonky. Down the right side, Dal pressured. Worked out in front, and a nice little turnover. Worked in front, and Team Nova Scotia shot, glove down. Brooke Williams, the benefactor of that turnover, but can't find the back of the net, and it'll remain 1-0, 34 seconds on the power play, and that's 2 breaks against Maggie Baxter. Up to the task for both of them, as cutting in tight. Can't find the back of the net. Duck works it over. Some PK left to be done here, 29 seconds to be exact. As Dalhousie looks to work that out from the back end. They'll skate down the left side. Onside. Back to the line. Worked in, and Maggie Duck backhands that to Wombolt. Wombolt receives, passes that over. Cameron back to the middle. Finds Wombolt. Down the left side. She'll circle in behind the net, get pressured there by Fraser. Still has possession. Wombolt manages to get it off back to the ringette line. Falk hands that back down low. End of the power play, so we'll be back to even strength. Dalhousie looks to maintain pressure. Up through the middle. And Team Nova Scotia turned that puck over. Weiss now trying to get it down. It's 5-on-5 as Nova Scotia works it out. Down to the offensive end, trying to steer that one on and cover it up in a hurry. And a couple rushes back and forth, and Dalhousie's done a good job of trying to continue to get pressure, but still a goose egg on the board for them as they can't crack the goaltender. Down the left side. Worked in behind the net there. Catches a skate, and now Dal will work it back down the left. It could be a 2-on-1 for him. Got Thompson on the right. Handed that over. Thompson bobbles that puck. Can't get it off cleanly. Handed back. Worked in front. Tipped away just at the last second. Good play by forward Sam Morrison. That one tipped in. Pad save. Good job tracking. Into the corner they go, Yelwega. She'll step in, hand that over to the left side. Sent in, kick save once again. And it just seems that Georgia Burrows has an answer for everything right now as Paisley down the right side, and that one covered up with 10:01 to go here. Couple good plays and a couple good handoffs that just resulted in nothing. 22-21 the shots, so the shots have actually done a good job telling the story. Dalhousie started out strong, and the arm goes up. We got a penalty on the play. A hooking call for Dal, and it'll be Team NS headed to the power play, up 1 with 10 minutes to go. And I was saying the shots do tell a good story of the game, honestly. It's not always the case, but in this one I think it's pretty fair, as it started out with Dal with a lot of shots. Came back, Hockey Nova Scotia, as they picked up their play, really took over and passed them in shots. And then since Dal has come back with some more offense the past few minutes, they've evened up the shots, and we'll see where it goes to the end of the game. There's tried to walk that puck in. Paisley breaks it up, but they keep it in the zone now. Lilly played that down low. Wrapped around the boards there to Williams. Back to the line for McLean. McLean plays that down, and back to the middle, handing that off. Oh, and a hard pass, right idea, but just too hard on the left side. Back to the line and sent in by Leopold. On the stick now, sent in. That one jumping around on a high stick there. I guess they're not going to blow the whistle. They didn't think it was high enough as it continues play. High stick is in. She touched the puck, not like she got an opponent in the mouth. There's that one in behind the net. McKinnon circling back. Power play. All 4 of the Dal players down low. A little bit of room there at the top to work with, but they can't get it. McLean tries to get on it. Kept on and sent back the other way. A minute killed off this power play. Puck left off there, picked up by Fraser. Fraser circling back. Fraser looking for the outlet pass, gets her on the left side. They'll enter, hand it off to the middle. Tough to find that puck. It's a bit of a collision there in front, and it'll be whistled down. 39 seconds left on the Team Nova Scotia power play. 8:35 left in the game. Not as much of a flow here in the second period. We've seen a couple whistles to the first 12. Couple power plays. That one back to the line. Held onto by Giles. Giles hands that off and it misses the stick there. Down in behind the net, trying to play that up down the right side. Be caught up. Back to Giles, and that one gets by, and it'll be a foot race to it. Fraser trying to catch up to it. Fraser does a good job of cutting off the puck there by Bishop, stealing it from her forcefully. 18 seconds left to go. Picked up and worked in behind now. Fraser grabs. 10 seconds on the power play up the right side. Trying to play it forward. It's tipped back. Giles now with it. Puck's free there in the middle, and they'll skate it down the left side. Brooke Thompson. No one there with her as the end of the power play arrives. And it'll be no goals on that one, and no real great opportunities as Dalhousie fending them off. Baxter plays it. Cut on now, in towards the middle. Dalhousie working out, trying to tie this game up like they've been doing for 20 minutes, 20 plus minutes. Looking for a lane in the middle. They catch it, but it goes on the right side and hustled down now. On the boards, trying to catch up to it. Team Nova Scotia turns it over, trying to play out in front. Puck's loose, and it gets cleared out of harm's way in a hurry. In behind there, tie up in the corner. Back to the line, that puck's exiting the zone. Picked up by Fraser. Fraser skating it once again. Fraser pushes that into the offensive zone, and it'll be covered up and stopped in its tracks here with 6:54 left to go in the third, and it's still a one-goal game, and we are officially down the stretch here at RBC Center. Pad C, trying to find a winner of this exhibition game. Nova Scotia versus Dal. Dal looking for a little boat of confidence. Nova Scotia looking to win their first game together. First time playing together, first game, first win. That's what they're trying to accomplish here tonight. That puck deked in behind the net. Left side trying to play that forward. Ricocheted off the boards and steered on and covered up there by Georgia Burrows. So we will wait the face-off once again. One back, Moreau tries to play on it, tipped away. Paisley now with it. Paisley shoots in low and steered aside. Trying to maybe catch the goalie off guard as they go hard into the wall. Played now, falling down, arm goes up, and it'll be another Nova Scotia power play as Giles was caught up with 6:14 left to go, and we'll head back to the Dal end. The third power play of the game here for Team NS. Puck dropped in there. Leopold holds it in, sends it down low. Chased after in the corner. Katie Cameron tries to play that up ahead. They chip it just to the wall. Stopped up, falling back in the zone now. Circling around McKinnon. McKinnon into the zone. Hands that puck off with a drop pass to the line. Battled away. Puck stays in just by a hair. Worked back to the line. Slap shot in. Kick save there. Leopold got that shot off. Now Dal trying to work it out. Plays it to the center. On the left side, handed off. Into the offensive end once again. Circling back. Into the line. Just kept in. Chased into the zone. Frazier with all sorts of pressure, shakes her off. Down the left side now, Giles, Mia Giles. She'll stop up. Played it down the left side. Once again, Brooke Thompson goes down and sent up. They're gonna reach for it, but Giles can't quite get there. Just under 5 minutes to play now. 43 seconds on the power play. That one misses some sticks and will get a waved off icing. As Bird grabs it in the corner there for Dal. Worked over to Yeldaga, up to Wombolt. Wombolt tries to play that ahead. It's stopped up and will be cleared out. 28 seconds left on the power play. In behind the net now, Rachel Walsh. Walsh skates that out herself. Hands that off to the left side, just onside. Grabbed, worked to the middle. Chance for an open shot, sent in and off a shin pad. Looked like a good look for Brooke Thompson. Back to the line, slap shot it in. That one steered aside. End of the power play now. Nova Scotia still pressuring, gets the stick lift there. As Dal tried to catch them off guard, worked out in front, kicked away. Down the right to Wombolt. Wombolt trying to catch them on a change. Wombolt down Broadway. She'll shoot. That one catches a shin pad. Under 4 minutes to go now. Down the right, onside. Shot in. That one rolls up the goalie's stick and worked in front. Flipped away. Wombolt grabs now. Worked around the right side. Puck cut off and back to the line. Fanned on there by Frazier. Almost gets turned over. Held on to. Up the left side and flicked out of the zone. Over to Furlong. Furlong works it in. Furlong into the back right corner. Bree McPherson now. Plays that down to Callaghan. Stopped up. Around the other side. Dal tries to circle back. Duffy with it. Duffy confidently sends that puck around deep in. The icing waved off. Under 3 minutes to go now. Having out a whistle here in a few minutes. Held on to by Frazier. That one into the skates. Benedict and back to the line. Tipped up high on the left. Trying to get that back. That exits the zone. Benedict circling back on it now. Hands that puck off and down to Thompson on the right. Benedict with it. Chasing and in behind now. Benedict. Look at a little buzzsaw out there. A little water bug. That type of player. Laying down the right side. On. Sent in. Save. 2:13 to go here in the third. One goal, still the difference. Looks like we'll have a bonus 3-on-3 overtime regardless of the outcome here. I wonder what they're going to do there if someone scores. I guess we'll have to see. Yeldaga circling in behind. Hands that puck off and hard pass down the middle. Paisley with it. Paisley on the breakaway. Trying to tie it up. She does. With 2:02 left, Dalhousie gets on the board. After a great defensive effort by Nova Scotia all game long, they give up the tying goal just with 2 minutes left to go. Off the breakaway. It'll be 1-1, and I guess the overtime won't be a bonus because we'll need it to solve the winner. 2:02 left in regulation. Shots 27-24. Puck dropped in there. Back to Leopold. Leopold plays it up the right side. It's into the skates of teammate Brooke Williams and will fall back. Looked over to the left side, trying to play up ahead. In towards the middle. That one flipped away, looking for another breakaway. Down and poked away at the last second there by Frazier. Frazier, the MVP of the game in my eyes. 1:37 left to go in regulation. Puck in behind there for Frazier. She'll circle back. Hands that off. Tip towards the middle. Bishop trying to cut out in front. Hand it off. Frazier. And Dalhousie pushing right now. In the last minute of play approaching. In behind the net there, McLean. Worked over to Wombolt. Wombolt with a nice pass back to the line. Shot in, that one high. On it, back to Moreno. That one through some skates and worked back, and officially the last minute of play now. Shot down the right side. That'll go for an icing, and we'll head back to the Dalhousie end. Just under a minute to play here. 1-1 game, and it's been a good one. You would have no idea this would have been an exhibition. I think both these teams wanted the victory, and it was evident in the play. Held on to, worked over to the right side, back to the middle. Wind up for a slap shot. That one catches the gut, and now skated out of the zone there. Wombolt. Wombolt chipping that ahead. To Morrison. Morrison intercepted that, and Morrison tried to get that puck down. Falk could just send it in. The delayed offside. Wombolt will have to tag up. Ellie McLean now with it. Ellie McLean hands that off to the left side. Drop pass. Held on to in the corner now. Trying to play it back. 14 seconds left to go in regulation. Nova Scotia works out front. They almost booted that one in. It'll be the last 10 seconds here. And it looks like it'll end in the 1-1 after regulation. And the ladies will head back to the bench, and I think we'll be playing 5 minutes here of overtime. Some good practice for Team Nova Scotia as they get ready for the Canada Games. I have to imagine that's why.
The score game with 3 periods to play. Dalhousie Tigers 1, Team Nova Scotia 1. It's now being 3-on-3, 5-minute overtime period.
All right, so yes, I can imagine that has to be practice for Team Nova Scotia as they prepare for the upcoming Canada Games. As you never know what will happen in that tournament, you want to get clicking, and you don't really have that much time to practice 3-on-3 regularly, so it makes sense to tack this one on at the end. And maybe we'll see a couple more goals. The defense is just so solid throughout the game. We didn't really see many grade A chances in the end, despite the shots ending up being 27-24. If we just take a few seconds of a break here. The overtime period and waiting. Looks like we're ready to go here after that brief break in the action. We'll head to the 3-on-3 overtime period, and I think if someone scores, we'll just continue to play, but for the sake of our broadcast here on High Button Sports, it is 1-1, and like I said, for the sake of it, we'll say the first to score wins. And if not, then we ended a happy tie. But we'll play the 5 minutes anyway. And it looks like there for Team Nova Scotia, Leopold along with Morrison. That puck dropped in there. Worked back to the blue line. Over to the right side. Who stays? Drops that puck, and I gotta imagine we won't have too many whistles. You don't really see those in 3-on-3s. Paisley works down the right side. Paisley trying to find some room. That one steered on. Puck left. Paisley tries to work out in front. Swept on by Leopold. Skated out of the zone now. Callaghan onside. Back in behind the net now, held on to. Looking for the outlet pass up the left side. That one gets worked up. Small ends up with it. Small circling back. Small circling back again is the stop up. And back again. Small worked over. Up the wall. Foot race for it now. Bishop trying to beat out Lilly. Lilly leaves that puck for Fraser. Fraser now in the back end, going to be circling around. Fraser with it. She'll pick up speed through the offensive end. Fraser stopped up, hands that puck off. Didn't get there. Left in behind for Lilly. Lilly hands it off to McKinnon. McKinnon looking for the outlet pass to Walsh. Walsh grabs it. Walsh, the defense up in the play. And still being held to the outside, so not much new in this 3-on-3 compared to the actual game. The girls out there still playing sound hockey, holding the players and the shots to the outside. Haven't exactly been back and forth in the first 2 minutes of this overtime. Held out and pushed out of the zone there by Walsh. Walsh continues to pressure. Into the right wall, Wombolt on. Wombolt hands that off. Turned over to the middle. Grabbed by Duck. Maggie Duck now entering the zone. Duck tries to toe drag. She'll shoot that in. It'll be stopped and blocked by Sydney Bird. And that one into the mesh. And the whistle will be outside the zone as we're about halfway through this overtime period. And it looks like we'll be doing a shootout after this as well. So we'll get all sorts of action in here. Puck one back, over to Giles. Giles holds, circling back in the zone. Held on to. Giles now entering, hits the stick there, that went off Duck's skate. Back to Furlong. Furlong tries to hand that off, no one home. Into the left side. Entering the zone now, shot it, scored! Nice shot there. Entering the zone, Captain finds the back of the net, and I guess we could call Dalhousie the official winners here with 2:17 to go. We'll head back to center. One over to the right, hustled back for Ellie McLean. McLean circles back. Hand it off, back to McLean. McLean waits and stops up. Into the right side, entering the zone now. McLean still with possession. Eventually gets knocked off her stick. Dal looking for the outlet. Held on to a hard pass to Eustace on the left side. Looking for the pass. Gonna hold on, worked out front. Paisley shoots that one, it's post. Worked around the zone. Back to Leopold. Leopold fishes that forward, sends it to Samantha Taylor. Samantha Taylor now down the right side. Taylor on. Got the pass to the middle. Leopold, rebound all the right, and just misses a good opportunity. As we're approaching the last minute of play in overtime, Small back. Held on to with 1:13 left to go in overtime. Now towards the middle. Entering the offensive end, staring her down. Bishop down the right side. Last minute of play. That one worked out in front. Puck's loose. Worked in around down the left side. They battle for it. Trying to play that one out in front. Hand it off. Poked at. Circling in. Big chance here. Walmart now back a couple moves and a good deke that gets stopped with 40 seconds to go as she gets around and creates a good little chance for herself. And they'll get a change. Falk on the draw. Dropped in there, back to the line, Yalega. She'll stick handle in. Send down the left side, Wombol picking up on it. Battled for it, last 30 seconds in the overtime. Exiting the zone. Held on to by Scheer. Circling back, 16 seconds to go. That one through the stick of Frazier. Frazier down the left side now, stopped up. Scheer shoots in, that one misses on the right, and 5 seconds to go. That'll take us to the end of this special overtime period. Well, I guess we'll call Bal the winners here after they were the only one to score. But we might think we're seeing a shootout here. It'll be interesting to see how this one goes. I've never quite heard of a special shootout. And I think it might be like a 5-shooter shootout here. I think I might have heard him say. Getting all sorts of practice.
Tell the girls good luck and all that jazz. Thanks, man.
I'm just awaiting the rules here up in the booth. Puck's at center ice, I know that much. And we'll get set here. This should be the last thing of the game, I believe, unless we get another overtime period. It'll be Maggie Duck here. Maggie Duck with a shootout attempt. Taking off down the middle. Holds, fakes the fake kick, and a little Sidney Crosby move there. Little fake, try to get the goalie down. Shot it. Couldn't find the back of the net, and it'll be Yalega. Note here now. Picked up now over to the left side, rolling slowly, working to the right, and fans on it after a nice move. Almost had her. And towards the middle now, and Jessica McKinnon will be up to plate. McKinnon heads in. Take the long way around with speed. Works over, shot, scores, gets the goalie down, and finds the back of the net, McKinnon. Next shooter on deck. Number 9, Ustis. Ustis. Shot in and saved. Only one to score here. McKinnon. Hayden Lilly on the shot now. Lilly skating her in. Wide. Tries the same move. She'll go down. Brooklyn Paisley up. Paisley walks in, shoots, scores. Top shelf for Paisley. She picks her spot. Sarah Frazier, my MVP of the game. Right down Broadway, shoots that, misses top right. Long bolt. Fakes leg kick, sent in, and glove save there. Don't know. 14, Sam Morrison. Morrison in. Shoots and scores to the 5-hole. Work to the outside and poked away. And that'll not do it as they send another skater. No, that'll be it. So the 5-person shootout is done, and that'll be it for us here on High Button Sports. So money's worth here as we got a 2-1 victory for Dal, 1-1 at the end of regulation, but that'll do it here for us on High Button.